Hello, my name is Vince Pizzat, a technical project manager here at BlastOne, and today we're going to go over the MistBlaster. The first things we're going to go over is the outside features, the first things you see when you come up to the unit in the field. So let's take a closer look at the MistBlaster here. So the first thing you're going to see is the air in. So this is your compressed air from the compressor. And on the top of the unit here we have supply air pressure, blasting pressure, the dials for what you would want to blast with, whether it's dry, wash down, or MistBlast, and a regulator. The newer versions coming out will eliminate this regulator and just have a simple on-off switch for the water. The next things you're going to see are the blast air regulator. So the way we plumb this system, you are able to regulate down to extremely low pressures. As long as you have enough air moving through the blast hose to move the water and the abrasive through the hose, it will continuously run. Your dead man controls and your e-stop. Let's move to the inside of the cabinet. So how does the system work? Your compressed air comes in, goes through a regulator, down, tees off, and supplies the blast pot, then through your auto air valve and out through the pusher line. The MistBlaster is a dry blast pot setup, and we simply inject water after the metering valve. So as you can see on the inside, there's quite a bit going on, but it's actually quite simple. So we have a main solenoid after the e-stop that runs a series of valves. So the signal valve, which would be supplied by the front, would then be selected. For washdown, you actually open up one air actuated ball valve or the other. So washdown is actually going to be this side. And there's no needle valve here because you don't need to adjust water. You're going to be running at full pressure. So if you would hit the trigger right now, this ball valve would open and it would allow this pump to push water through the injection block. And in the MistBlast, it actually signals this air actuated ball valve, and you have a needle valve here to adjust how much water flow you're using in the field. And of course, dry, neither one would open, and you would simply blast like a dry blast pot. It comes standard with electric controls. It can be bi-powered if needed. We have a 80 mesh strainer for the water before the pump, and a 5-to-1 pump that is regulated down to 50 psi in the field. If you want to come around here to the side, we can go with how the system works from there. Once selected for washdown or mist, the water travels through the black lines, which end up at the injection block. The one in the front is always going to be washdown because you don't have to worry about wear in the end of the injection block, as to where when you have abrasive in your stream, you will have to worry about wear. And as you can see, it's placed further back to get more wear out of the injection block, as well as check valves in the system. MistBlast will come through right here after the metering valve, and washdown will be in the front. So in the field, we had a lot of issues where customers were getting water rushing back to the machines, whether they were going up 200 feet, and when they let off the trigger, it would hammer back and blast the unit itself. So we installed several check valves throughout the system. We have check valves over here, underneath the air actuated ball valves for the water system, a main check valve before the metering valve here, and 2 more check valves on the start of the injection lines. And what this does is makes it foolproof for blasting heights. A lot of customers ask a lot of the times, hey, will this work in a tank application because we're going straight up? And the answer is yes, it actually works quite well.